Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. I've filmed so many of these Take 5s in front of the bookcases behind me. And, I don't know if you noticed, but my sister-in-law, Fiona, when she was staying with us, actually added a little dog. She put it there simply so that she would be able to see it on one of the videos at a later date. But some people are probably looking at some of the books behind me as well, and they see biographies of, there's Christian books there, there's Bibles, there's Greek New Testaments, and there's also history books. There's biographies of Chairman Mao, of Joseph Stalin, and I guess some people look at them and say, what is he, some kind of communist or something, this Nick Park? Now, the fact of the matter is, I do not subscribe to any political party or partisanship or ideology, because for me, these are the things of the world. And, I love that Jesus had several things, particularly in the upper room discourse. Jesus had a number of things to say about the relationship between his people and the world. For example, he said that we are to be in the world, but not of the world. And often Christians have gone to either one extreme or the other. Some Christians, for example, they try not to be in the world at all. And that's why you've had various kinds of monasticism where people tried to remove themselves from the world altogether, thinking that way they could avoid temptation and sin. But of course, what happened was, even if you lock yourself away in a cave by yourself, you are still going to be tempted to sin, because the temptation comes from within our broken human nature. But however, there are others then who basically become so like the world that they really aren't much good for the kingdom of God. There's a saying about people being too heavenly minded to be much earthly use. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever met anyone that was too heavenly minded to be of any earthly use. In fact, the heavenly minded people I've met have been of the most earthly use. They've made a difference for better to the earth. However, I have met plenty of Christians who were too earthly minded to be of any heavenly use. So we are to be in the world, but not of the world. And I think this warning really needs to be heard at this time, because it seems like even among Christians, not just Christians in the United States, but Christians in Ireland, political partisanship is getting stronger and stronger. And one thing I've seen is this, that the more that people get involved in supporting a particular political party, it doesn't matter whether it's one or the other, but the more they identify with the political party, it seems the harder it is for them to display the Spirit of Christ. They become more judgmental. They become more mean-minded. They start attacking other people and tearing down and deriding the Christianity of those who maybe take a different political view to themselves. And for some reason, this is not just happening to Christians in the United States, it's overflowing into Irish Christianity as well. And I believe that God would remind us that our salvation and our hope does not lie in any political party. It lies in Jesus Christ, the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. We are to be in the world, but not of the world. And there is a day coming, as we read in the book of Revelation, when the cry will go out that the kingdoms of this world will become the kingdoms of our God and of his Christ. And so we know that whatever nations and kingdoms we see in the world today, whether it be France, Germany, China, Russia, Ireland, the United States of America, Great Britain, these are all going to pass away. These are the kingdoms of this world that are fundamentally broken. And our hope is not to be in any of these kingdoms or nations, but our hope is to be in the kingdom of God. We will continue to serve the kingdoms where God places us. We will continue to serve the people who live there and have a passion to see them won for Christ. And we will do what we can to love the people round about us. But our allegiance lies with Jesus and his kingdom. So when you see all the political books behind me or history books, it's not because I'm subscribing to some ideology. It's because I want to have a better understanding of the world around me, because that's the world where I have to live, and that's the world where I have to witness, and that's the world where I have to try and reach people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. And an understanding of them and their world helps me to be more effective in telling them about Jesus. Look, have a great day, and please join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.